Well, good morning, guys. I am getting ready to put a brake controller on this pretty soon, and if you've seen some of the new styles, they fit into the switches here in a lot of the Frontiers. This is a 25 Frontier. And I thought, I'm going to make a video because I've watched a lot of videos on how to install this brake controller. And I just had kind of a difficult time, and I think I can make it a lot easier on you folks by sharing with you what I found. So there's some great videos that show how to actually mount the thing and take apart your dash, but I wanted to go more in depth on that, and I wanted to go more in depth on this because I think that more explanation is needed. So like some of the folks had said, there's a screw there by I think it's the emergency brake release or something. You take that screw out, and these pins pushed out really easy. I mean, pulled out very, very easy. That was no problem. The big problem came with trying to get this blank taken out of, what your switches look like here. That's the issue. I didn't want to take apart any more than what I already have, so I decided I'm going to take this out. Well, the video that I saw anyway, you just work it from the back, you just pull it from the front. Once you get it out, you just get some needle nose and rip that out so you can drill your hole. Guys, that's not what I found. What I found was this was hard to get out. Trying to do it the way they did, see the little gouges on that? It won't be so evident when it's put into that dash. That was with plastic tools. I thought, man, this is not coming out. One guy said, well, I pushed it from the back. You try to push it from the back, try to pry it from the front, it won't come out. I can tell you the reason it don't come out. It's because of those little ears you see right there. This is a very hard area to work in. There's wires all over the place. So I ended up taking the two screws out of the bottom. I know one guy, he did a great video. He rearranged his buttons all together, and I can understand why someone wanted to do that. I did not want to do that. It's a factory harness. The wires are peeled off the way that they need to be. They're secured the way that they need to be. I didn't want to cut into any of that. I wanted to leave it. If somebody grabs the owner's manual, the switches are where it says that they're at. They haven't been changed. First thing, these are the screws that hold in this bottom piece. I had to take that out. Again, it was hard to get to those screws. One of those screws in particular. You need to use, I think they call it a number 2 Phillips. It's not pointy on the end, it's flat. The pointy kind will not take those screws out. You need a flat tip. That's the size. I took those out, and then the next thing I found was I had to pry those catches up to get off of those ears on the top and the bottom, so that way I could pull the blank out. Let me see if I can get a little better picture for you, so that you can see that ear. Here's the ear, right there at the end of my thumbnail. I pried that piece up, and then I was able to push the blank from that back area there. Now I'm planning on leaving the blank out until I drill the hole, because I just ordered the brake controller and that button, Redarc, and I'll drill that out once I get everything in. But I figured, you know, this would probably be the hardest part of this, and by golly, I think I'm right, because I've got it out. I can see the plug right there that I can get to from underneath. Oh gosh. Right behind here. Well, see, I can't even point. You're battling everything here. You're battling the steering wheel, but hopefully you can see it. It's right in the middle of your screen. That white plug. Lord have mercy. All I'm going to have to do is plug into that, and with this blank out of the switch, I'll be able to pull it right through, and then I'll be able to tie wrap everything from underneath. Very easy. So hardest part, I think, is going to be what I just got out of there. I'm glad it's out. If you try prying it and all that mesh, you're going to end up doing the same thing that I did. And again, you know, it looks bad here, but once it's snapped in there, and I might even be able to smooth that out a little bit with those plastic tools, it'll be, no one will notice, believe me. So there you go. I did unplug this, give me a little more working room, but there's a wiring harness over one of those screws, and it was hard to get that one out. But that's all the wisdom I can share with you today. I hope that this helps somebody that's going to be getting into those blanks, those switches, that switch bank, that panel. And I hope you have a great day.